Hello and welcome to the George Groves Boxing Club. I am George Groves. I am here at the Usyk v Dubois II press conference. It's here at Wembley Stadium, so of course I couldn't miss it. I've come right to the front. I'm in everyone else's way, but it's worth it. People are looking at me, but I have that impression on people. I love Wembley. I love Wembley, and I love this fight. They're running it back, and I want to be part of it. I can't wait for it. It seems like big fight after big fight after big fight. There's so mmany big fights this weekend, so you're going to see a lot of me breaking down the big action, what to expect from this weekend. But today is talking about Usyk v Dubois II. Right, we've had the press conference already. They've done the face-offs. Yesterday he was on the pitch for a little push. There was no pulling, but a bit of a push. And lads, don't want to break the bad news to you, but that's been done. The push at Wembley Stadium's been done, mate. Dan, we've got to come up with something else, Daniel. We've got to come up with something else. But not to sound like a broken record, Frank Warren was here today and he's moaning about a low blow that didn't happen. They got called a low blow from their first fight. Don Charles, the same. Don Charles said that Oleksandr Usyk deserves an Emmy, deserves an Oscar. And I like the way Don Charles did it. He delivered it really well. He delivered it with passion, and it felt like Usyk's team bit a little bit, I've got to be honest. Those guys, they got a little bit rattled. Usyk, no. I don't think anything quite does rattle him. You might get him, you might get him. And I think if anyone can quite catch him, it might be Don Charles. It might be Don Charles, but we never see Usyk flap. He's always a cool, calm, collected customer. He was that here today. And you're thinking, guys, man, Usyk, what are you doing? Like, what? Have you not completed boxing time and time again? He's going to become a two-time undisputed heavyweight champion. People want to become a two-time world champion or a two-weight world champion. He's going to become a three-times undisputed world champion in two different divisions. Has that been done before? Not in the four-belt era. I do not believe it. We can't. I can't remember what the stats were last time. I think he's the first person to come in the four-belt era, but now he's going to do it twice because he's going to fight for the belt that he gave up so that Dubois could win. And obviously I'm saying he's going to do it. That's if he can do it. That's if he can beat Daniel Dubois, who is in brilliant form. He is in the form of his life. Now, I'm not going to go into depth about how each guy can win. That's going to come out. I'm going to break down how each guy can win this fight. That will come out the fight week of their fight out in July. But for now, I'm just excited about the fact that this fight has been made. I think it's the right fight for Daniel Dubois, of course. The opportunity to avenge the loss against Usyk, the opportunity to have all the belts. He's filling up a stadium. And people will say, oh, Joseph Parker deserves that, or someone else might deserve that. And sure, you can't dispute that, but at the same time, if you're Daniel Dubois, you can't walk away from this fight, can you? You can't not show up for this fight. And maybe, he could be the guy to get Usyk. At some point, you think if Usyk just carries on forever and ever and ever, at some point, it's the time to get him. The time to get him. I'm not sure, though, guys, if now is the time quite yet. If not from this press conference, because Usyk came out, he looked good, he looked fresh. He had a new outfit. I think it's a new outfit. It was like a red camo outfit. I saw it. I don't know if I've seen it before. That's not a camouflage joke. He was prepared. He was ready. His team brought pictures of the first fight and the controversy from their point of view of him getting hit low. And they say that he got hit low 20 times, they counted. And had pictures for it, and they're going to stand him to sign him. This one's going to go up on Usyk's wall. He's going to frame it and put it when he gets take it home, which I like that. But I think he's done that gag before. But still, Usyk gets a pass. Doesn't need new material. Every time he boxes that often, and he just keeps winning. But that's the crux of the build-up so far. Is Daniel Dubois. He's better. Him and his team are giving credit to Usyk, but they're saying there's a caveat in that first fight that Usyk was hurt with that body shot. Dubois dropped him with a body shot. It was ruled a no knockdown, ruled a low blow. He was given time to survive. I think it was evenly split at the time, or sort of split back home at the time. What were people thinking about that? And what do we think of Daniel Dubois' chances this time round at Wembley Stadium? Home advantage. That's got to make a massive difference, hasn't it? You know, Usyk, he does always travel, usually, and he travels well. And even his homecoming was in Poland, it wasn't in the Ukraine. But I know he went to Russia while I was at war with Ukraine, like the war before the war. fighting over Crimea to fight Gaziev and won. You know, he's been to the UK to fight Bellew, he's been to the UK to fight Joshua. He's been in Saudi plenty, and sometimes not on the side of the promoter, you know, but he's always performed. He fights away from home, but that's one guy, Daniel Dubois, back at his hunting ground. It was a year ago, nearly a year ago, check the dates, maybe by the time this fight comes around it was a year ago, that he was here and he fought Anthony Joshua. And that is his best moment, isn't it? That's going to be the best part of his career ever. You know, there's never going to be a high, in my belief, of that night. You know, sometimes for people it could be winning a world title, sometimes it can be unifying a world title. But for Daniel Dubois to be the massive name that is Anthony Joshua in the manner that he did, in the stadium that he did it in, it's going to be hard to top. This the one that can match it? It's pretty close. It's pretty close. Avenger loss, Avenger last loss, all the belts up for grabs. Is going to be historic. He's going to go down in history for it, and he's doing it at Wembley Stadium, somewhere where he performs pretty well. I was the away fighter when I came to Wembley, but I demanded the home dressing room. Didn't work for me, actually. But I wonder if Daniel Dubois will do the same. He's a champion, but he ain't got enough belts to come out second. But he might demand the home changing room, and that might be an omen, a good omen for Daniel Dubois. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know if you think Daniel Dubois stands a chance. Let me know if you think we know the result already, because Usyk has already dealt with Daniel Dubois. Usyk was here at the press conference saying, I stopped you with a jab. Kind of the truth. Dubois did run out of steam, maybe run out of ideas, and maybe just a fight left him that night. And maybe that's haunted him. Maybe that is why he's in the position he is in now, from that experience that he had out in Poland. That he probably thought, I've hurt Usyk and I might have a chance of getting him here, to running out of steam and getting stopped. Criticism that came to him after that, saying that he had quit. I don't think he did quit that night. I think he just ran out of steam, ran out of ideas. He's a big guy, Daniel, and that's a lot of weight, a lot of mass to move around. And in the later rounds, fighting someone like Usyk, who just always cranks it up, cranks up the pressure time and time again. It is hard. It was always going to be hard. But does he know more about him now? That was something that I thought about earlier. You think, is this Daniel Dubois' toughest fight? Is this Usyk's toughest fight? Because Daniel Dubois has spent time in the ring with him. He knows about him, but Usyk also knows about Daniel Dubois. And Usyk's had plenty of rematches now. And yeah, you know, there's usually a sticky moment or two because he fights bigger guys. But in other ways, he performs better in rematches. Better in the rematch against Joshua, better in the rematch against Fury. I thought the Fury fight, there was that little sign of age, and I thought maybe that's the last time we're going to see Usyk. He's completed boxing now. He's beaten Fury, who was deemed the #1 in the division before him, taken all the belts, and then beat him again, just to consolidate it, just to leave no room for doubt. But he wants to still box. He's still boxing. He's gone out and he's with Daniel Dubois. It's happening on July the 19th, Saturday the 19th. I'm going to be there. I can't wait to be there. It's going to be a great fight. Daniel Dubois tries to avenge his loss against Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk Dubois II. Who's winning? Who you got?